Perry et al. So, hello everyone, this is Perry, and during 2015, Perry was curious about personal space and interpersonal space, which is just the distance between two people. An individual's personal space preference is affected by two factors. First would be individual factors like age and gender. Moving on is situational factors like culture and social norms. An example of social norms are how we say thank you and please to be polite and how we hold the door for someone. Now you right here might be wondering, when are we actually going to get into the experiment? Well, before that, we need to know something called empathy, which is a person's ability to understand the thoughts and feelings of another. So there are two types of empathy. First is cognitive empathy, which is the ability to determine someone's emotional state. Next is affective empathy, which is the ability to feel the same emotional state as someone. Social hormones like the oxytocin, which Perry will be investigating, is also known as a love hormone, since it plays a role in social bonding, and big oxytocin is released during childbirth. An important thing to know is that our brain's region, the amygdala, is associated with emotional processes and is affected by oxytocin. As for the aim in Perry et al., it's to investigate how oxytocin affects preferred interpersonal distance, specifically for people scoring low and high empathy traits, which makes the independent variable in Perry the empathy score, specifically high empathy participants and low empathy participants. The sample includes 54 male students from the University of Haifa, which is also in Israel. Now the participants are split into two groups based on the score that they got. Moving on to procedure, basically there were two experiments being done, where the first half of the participants do experiment number 1 first, then experiment number 2, the other half do experiment number 2 first, then experiment number 1 the following week. The participants came to the lab 2 times a week apart on the same day and same time, making the experiment 2 weeks long in total. This is done for counterbalancing. Pazzulo uses intranasal oxytocin and intranasal saline solution, which is basically just salt water. Intranasal means they just shove the thing up their nose. Now Perry uses the double-blind method, which means both the researcher and the participants don't know when they will be receiving the placebo or the oxytocin. Hopefully this image helps you guys understand it better. So the first experiment was called the comfortable interpersonal distance task. So in this experiment, the participant is shown a circle with the stick man in the middle being the participant, and they will be shown an approaching figure which is called the protagonist, and the protagonist is one of the 4 options: a stranger, a friend, an authority, or a ball. The protagonist appears at one of the 8 entrances around the circle, and it slowly moves towards the participant in the middle. And the participants would have to press the space bar when it would like the protagonist to stop. And in experiment number 2, it's called choosing rooms. The researchers told the participants they would have to discuss some personal topics with another participant, even though this actually never happened, but they only told the participant at the end of the 2 weeks. The participants were shown pictures of very similar rooms where they were allowed to choose where the discussion would take place. And all you really have to remember in the pictures was that there were 2 identical chairs, a table, a plant, a closet, and a lamp and a clock. The participants were shown 2 rooms simultaneously for 2 seconds. So the chair distance option was 20 to 140 centimeters with a 20 centimeter interval. As for the distance between the table and plant, it was 200 to 320 centimeters with a 20 centimeter interval as well. There was 3 angle options for the plant and table. First is 0 degree with both facing forward. Next is 45 degree and 90 degree with the plant and table facing each other. After the experiment, Perry basically debriefed the participants.
Hi, thank you so much for participating. I'm Perry, and you won't be talking to another participant. Thank you. And before the viewers go, as Perry, I would like to let you know, guys, that there was informed consent and the participants had the right to withdraw, and everybody wasn't harmed during the experiment, and there was confidentiality, and as you can see, I debriefed them. Thank you.
Thank you all for watching my video, and please subscribe. I'll appreciate it.